So I started thinking about things that would really excite me, and I couldn't, and I was like, okay, well, physical danger tends to excite me. I think it would be really fun if I could engage in some sort of activity that endangers me physically without disrupting the world too much. Like, the ideas came about, like, running through traffic because and seeing if cars would dodge me or hit me. Not because I in any way want to get hurt, but just because I don't think I'm in a place where I would get hurt. I think my vibration is just far too high for anything terrible to happen to me along those lines. But again, that's not really, it's too disruptive. I didn't really, it's complicated to do all that. And it doesn't really, where I want to be in my life does not, I don't want to end up being somebody who runs, across the street through fast traffic or something. That's not really in alignment with where I want to go. That'd be a fun distraction. It would be fun skill building on some levels, but it didn't really click with me. And then I started thinking about what was exciting, like, and I the world of just meeting a woman I've never met before and engaging with her. That's always exciting to me because I usually it just is, and usually I find some way to stumble or mess up or whatever. But but I thought, what if I wanted to create excitement by going out and hitting on women every day or something like that? But then I couldn't really think of a venue that was like conducive to what I really wanted to do along those lines, because I don't want to be going to bars every day, and I don't want to be like just loitering at the grocery store to hit on women. And so what eventually came to mind was, okay, what do I really want? What's exciting, and what's something that hasn't happened in a while? And I thought of okay, I haven't been laid in a long time. Wouldn't it be exciting to just put all my energy into that briefly and figure out what it is? Just what if I could? Is there a way that I can make it possible? If that was my goal, if I had only have 5 days. And if I didn't get laid by the end of the 5 days, I had to die, which I'm not saying that I'm making that a requirement for myself. But if that was the case, what would I be able to do? What stops would I be able to pull out that would allow me to connect with people who have a similar view on sex as I do? And the idea I came up with was just was putting out like a series of hilarious things on Craigslist. Maybe they're not even that hilarious, but like different ways that kind of prompt people to say, must have sex by this day. You must be a 5 on a scale of 5 to 10, or best offer, and things that were just like funny, like you must be relatively disease free, which that's kind of a whole other thing, because I also don't think I'm a vibrational match for picking up any diseases. So not that I want to go tempting fate or anything along those lines, but it was just a funny line to me. But the idea was if I really just connected with people who want the same kind of thing I do, and didn't come in there with having all these expectations about what a woman should be like and about what I want in a relationship, if I could focus solely on the actual dynamic, the thing that I don't think I can create for myself, which is it's really, I either haven't put the effort in, or I haven't discovered what works for me in terms of being able to just meet somebody and get laid. And I know I don't put as much effort into it as I could, but I definitely have not developed that skill. And I definitely have a mental block there that makes it way tougher than it should be. And if I get rid of that mental block by just by focusing solely on connecting with people who want to start off with sex first, because there's kind of this subculture of people who won't date before they have sex first, because it's a total waste of their time and their mind. Because if you're sexually incompatible, that's not going to work for them, and so they want to have sex before they start going on dates, so that they don't end up liking someone who's going to end up being sexually incompatible with them and end up kind of wasting their time. And I don't know to what extent that subculture exists, but I do know that there has to be people out there who are just like, you know what, fuck it, I am who I am, and I want to get some fucking dick. That's a terrible soundbite if it's taken out of context. But and I really and so what if I take all my expectations about what a woman should be like, what a woman should act like, and just connect with a woman who wants to have an experience similar to what I want to have like. and just enjoy that and cherish her for whoever she is. And just, in a sense, it'd be like to stop putting all these itty bitty specifics on who I believe somebody should be, and just allow them to be themselves, and instead focus my mind on creating the specifics of what I would want in a sexual relationship, and the kind of things that I have been unable to give myself. I think I can start giving myself if I just open up my possibilities and say, you know what, there's got to be somebody out there somewhere who isn't as appreciated, just as I feel like I'm not quite appreciated by people who I'm interested in, or I guess I feel like I have trouble conveying my value or why someone should be with me to somebody I just meet, and anyway, so there have to be women who have that same thing where people judge them a certain way or look at them a certain way because of how they look or how they act, and so they push them away, and so they're not being appreciated the way they could. And I'm someone who would, I want to love all. I want to love it all, and to take away my prerequisites for what that all should be like, and to just start loving it all in the way that I want to love and be loved, that totally opens the game for me. And so I'm going to start playing with that.